Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Danny Alvarez here with another episode for you of Coffee with Coach. Again, still inside the book of the champion's mind here, and just want to kind of get some of these goodies out to you today. Hope everyone had a good Easter. Obviously not your normal Easter, but at least hopefully it was a good one, and you were able to spend time with whoever you were able to spend time with, and it was a great day. So anyways, want to get the morning started off right. A lot of this stuff in this book, it's just kind of the same thing over and over again, but it's just like different stories, different ways to kind of get the point across. So this here is something that I found that I've already talked about, but again, it's just not me talking about it just because I do it. It's because it's something that I read that kind of reinforces what I already do, what I've already said, but I just want to make sure I'm getting through to everyone, like just certain things that you got to do to kind of just make sure your day is going in the right direction and making sure that you're getting things done. So I'm going to read this little part here real quick. It's talking about your daily gut check questions. This is kind of like a little quote from George St. Pierre for all my MMA guys, jiu-jitsu guys. It says, "When I go to sleep at night, I'm a better martial artist than when I woke up in the morning." He's just putting some positive reinforcements in his head before he goes to sleep. And then this other one is, at sunrise, ask yourself, how will I be a champion today? How will I be a champion today? That's the thing you should ask yourself every morning, right? You're thinking gold. And that's it. How can you, if you're a winner, you're a champion in certain areas of your life, how are you going to wake up today and be a champion? Especially right now with the way things are, you got to find a way to win the day. And at sunset, ask yourself, how was I a champion today? To make sure that, like I've talked about before, when I go to bed at night, I know I accomplished quite a bit. If you're working and you're kind of doing your normal routine and this thing hasn't really affected you at all, then you're kind of, then you should be doing your normal routine. But especially for those right now, like myself, that aren't doing their normal routine, where I'm not teaching classes and I'm not running my program, and, like a lot of people aren't going to work, got laid off or whatever, you got to ask yourself, how are you going to be a champion today? And then when you go to bed at night, how was I a champion today? So then it goes on to the champions will do now list. All right. The champions will do now list. Organize your life around your dreams and watch them come true. So to perform at a champion's level, you must have a winning off-field game plan that includes specific strategies. For instance, well-placed environmental cues that you can use to achieve excellence and to remind yourself that you are working to win. All right, let me make sure you got that. To perform at a champion's level, you must have a winning off-field game plan that includes specific strategies. For instance, well-placed environmental cues that you can use to achieve excellence and to remind yourself that you are working to win. Tape a note that says, "Think gold and never settle for silver," somewhere noticeable, and make it in the desktop background on your computer to motivate you to start and continue your day with a winning mindset. This is what I like too, because I do I do a lot of this stuff here, but this here is something that I can add to my game here. So it says, think gold and never settle for silver. Schedule automatic electronic think gold or personal best reminders throughout the day. For example, set the reminder function on your cell phone to chime at certain times and display champion. If at specific times during the day you feel fatigued or vulnerable to distractions, time waster stuff on the internet, junk food, or alcohol, then schedule your Think Gold electronic reminders for those times. I think that's huge. And when he's talking about the taping the note and stuff like that. Well, my cues are like what's behind me here. The Rocky quote. It ain't about how hard you hit; it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. These are my cues. This is where I do a lot of my work. Obviously, this is where I spend a lot of time. And when I walk in, obviously I see that. And then when I look forward, I see the Rocky quote in front of me, So I think I talked about it. Well, I know I've talked about it before where, you kind of see it in the Rocky movie. It wasn't really like a motivational quote, but he had a picture of Drago on the mirror. Pick something wherever you spend the most time at. The refrigerator is one. So if you're having trouble with, staying disciplined to the eating habits right now, especially with the way things are, you're at home more often than normal, like me. Take some stuff to your refrigerator. You're in and out of the refrigerator how many times a day, right? You wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, or what you should do, is, wash your face, brush your teeth, So you got something on the mirror there that when you wake up, that's the first thing you see. Something of a, like he says, something of a reminder of something that where you were a champion, or, think gold and never settle for silver. So, again, your workplace, your cubicle, just anywhere, your car, like a visor, just something taped to your dashboard, constantly putting things around yourself to just making sure that you're staying on the laser focused on the right path to make sure that you're winning every single day. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, to get up and do this stuff kind of every day, to make sure that your mind's in the right place, to make sure you're trying to win every single day. But again, if you're a champion and you're winning at, you're a winner in life, which we all should be trying to be, you have to put in that extra work to make sure things around you are always constantly reminding you. Like I said, when I walk in, I got the Psychology of a Champion's book. I got some Jocko books here, the ones over there, Extreme Leadership. They're just reminders. I'm feeling weak, feeling a little fatigued, like you said, feeling vulnerable, where it's like, man, this stuff is beating me down. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be like or what next month's going to be like. I got to stay focused, laser focused. I got to keep my mind in the right spot. So it's just, again, this stuff here is just reinforcing kind of things that I've said already. So, but again, it's just not me saying it. It's coming out of this book here. So it's just other champions, other people that are winning in life, kind of sharing their things on how they win. And I just want to make sure I'm sharing this stuff with you, so that if you didn't have these strategies in place, you didn't have these things in place already, you can start putting them in place starting today, starting right now. You just take a little notepad, get some tape, sticky notes, something, and start putting stuff all over the place to making sure that, you're winning. And I like the one right here where it just said, just a reminder in your cell phone to chime at a certain time, and, it displays champion, and again, I know in the morning I'm super busy. I'll get up, took out the trash already, did all that stuff. Now I'm doing this. Then I'm going to take the dogs for a walk. Then it's time to do a little work. Then it's time to go work out. Then it's time to do an online jiu-jitsu class. And then so on and so forth. But there's a middle of the day where it's kind of, it's a little quiet. It's more quiet. I'm not as busy. So I need to make sure I got something in my phone here that I can have go off to be like, think gold, never settle for silver, because that's me. I'm competitive on all levels. Everything in life is a competition, and it's just something that I think more people need to kind of put in place. It's a daily thing. It's a daily thing. And like I said, when I walk my dogs, I have my playlist on my YouTube channel here, with all my favorites. So right here, let's see if I can put it there. It's got a list of just the videos where just one plays right after another. And I don't have I paid for the subscription where you don't have commercials. I hate commercials when I'm listening to my good stuff. So I paid the $10-11, whatever month it is, to get rid of that stuff, so that I have no interruptions with silly commercials. So while I'm walking the dogs and I'm going through the park there where the water fountain is at and everything, just pumping my mind with this stuff all the time. So just thought I'd share this with you guys. I want to make sure, again, the further this thing goes, the deeper we go into this thing, with what's going on right now. We got to make sure that we're staying mentally fit, okay? But make sure you're staying physically fit as well. If you haven't hopped on board with that yet, a lot of my students they're jumping rope, they're riding bikes, man. They're posting their workouts, push-ups and burpees and all kind of stuff. Everyone's motivating each other, and it's good stuff because you might not be feeling motivated at that time, and then when your teammates post something, and it's just like, yeah, man, I gotta get off my butt and kick it into gear and make things happen, because when this thing is over with, I'm gonna be in the best shape as possibly can, to maybe not match shape, conditioning shape, but I'm gonna be in shape to where we can get back to rolling. I can just hit the ground running, and I ain't got to start all over from scratch after gaining, let myself go and gain 10, 15, 20 pounds, and didn't do anything physical while we were off. So get the body moving, man, making sure the mind is right, and start putting these cues in places where you spend a lot of your time at, to make sure that you're winning. Again, think gold, never settle for silver. And that's just it. Champions have off-field game plans to win. So it's just not when you're in the zone getting ready to compete. It's just all day long, all day, every day. And again, at night, ask yourself, how was I a champion today? And in the morning, how will I be a champion today? All right, so be a champion, guys. Okay, get the gold medal today. Don't settle for silver. And we'll catch you guys next time. All right, have a great day. I'll see you soon.